Yo! How's it going out there? You guys good? See all your names here. Appreciate your coming by. All right. I guess it's the Super Bowl, huh? Anyway, I been working on like some lick ideas. Bought the intermediate guitar, well worth the money. Thank you, Ozzy. Matt Music, shout out. All right. I'm going to show you guys a couple of little ideas here. I'm going to start with this E blues run because blues is in E most of the time. So I've taught this a million times, but there's a very specific way to do it that I'm going to get into. So the ultimate E blues run. So, only the index and ring finger, and you go 0, 3, 5. But then you take the ring finger and go to 6 and slide to 7. So it's a very specific technique here that has helped me a lot. I think it'll help you. That's the concept. I mean, yes, you can pick and finger those notes in a bunch of different ways, but this one in particular I like a lot. 0, 3, 5, 6, slid to 7. And then 5, 7, 5, 7 on the D, but then that same concept, you go 5, 7, and then go up to 8 and pick it, slide to 9. So you put both of those together. Then you have 7, 9 on the G. Then we're going to do that same thing, but 8 on the B with our index finger. 8, 10. But then go to 11, pick, slide to 12. And then 10, 12. So all together. Maxime says, you received a shout out in the last Kevin Nickens video. Well, thank you for letting me know, and thank you, Kevin Nickens. I don't actually know who that is, but you can let me know who that is. I appreciate any shout out anywhere. Okay, so look at that fingering one more time. The other idea is doing the exact opposite descending with that same finger slide idea. So like 10, 12 on the high E, but then with my ring finger, I'm going to do 12 and then go to 11, pick, slide to 10 like this. Cool. Well, shout out to Kevin right back. Thanks for letting me know. So many great Rocco, my friend Rocco Guitar Band. Rocco, I hope you're well, buddy. Okay, so then you put those together, but I'll do the descending. lot of different ways to play through that scale. But those fingerings give you... There's a lot that you can explore with that little... playing around with that little flat 5. So I'm going to do a little groove and use that and try and emphasize it. And then I have another thing that I'm going to show you. All right. So that's just an E rock kind of thing. Okay. So now I'm going to play through that run and then I'll start improvising. But if you play that run with that specific fingering a bunch of times, new ideas and licks will come out of that specific technique. So that's where you're kind of like focusing in on something specific. What I call the ultimate E blues run, but very much how you're incorporating the passing tone there. Here we go. The guy says, "Hey, Marty, can you explain the importance of learning scales in relation to learning how to solo and to do fills and all that?" Well, I was just playing the E blues scale or the E minor pentatonic with that passing tone, and those are all the strong notes within the blues and rock setting in that key. So the scale are like the right notes, the strong notes, right? Right. So from there, it's how many patterns and dynamics, quiet, low, fast, slow, patterns. And so this thing I'm showing you right now is one thing that you would want to do a bunch of times. And then when you get it so down so good, then you improvise off the idea. And that's what I was just doing. Okay. And then in that same key, E blues, you can play this kind of power zone because someone said SRV, Stevie Ray Vaughan. This is a big part of Stevie Ray Vaughan's vibe is that what I call the home row. Josh Norco, thank you for the super chat. Really always appreciate it. So not only having that, you would have the home row, which could start on the 12th fret here, which you can work on, and it connects to this. And then you're in that classic thing. But then you also have the open position of the E blues scale, which is 03, 012, 02, 023, 03, 03, or the other way, 3-0, 3-0, 3-2-0, 2-0, 2-1-0, 3-0. And so I like this, bending this third fret on the high E up a little bit. Not a full bend, but just like a little micro bend. And then going down that blues scale. So I did a pull off on the third fret B. And then on the G string with one pick, I did 3-2-0, but with one pick. That's how you can play faster. So check this out. And then I'm on the second fret D string. You keep going down, you have a pull off on 2-0. And then 2-1-0 on the A string. 3-0. And then back up. You can mess around, so it's 0-3, 0-1, 2, 0-2, 0-2, 3, 0-3, 0-3. You can practice picking once per string. So if there's 3 notes on the string, you're still picking once, like this. 2 notes. 3 notes here. 2 notes here. The other way with hammer-ons. Same exact scale, just in a different position as the first thing. The guy, yeah, internalizing the scale, but you want to learn licks too. So I would use this. To climb up into different spots where I can work out licks. And improvising is taking the strong notes and coming up with ideas with them, improvising within those notes. And then if those are the right notes, well, you can play the wrong notes as a choice too. You know what I'm saying? To add tension as well. So, feeling a lot better. Last week I was still pretty sick. Now I'm just like about 90% healthy. So, feeling pretty good. Matt, with the lithium request, I appreciate it. I'm in the middle of something that has nothing to do with lithium, though. So, I appreciate your support. I gave you a shout out, too. So, you don't have to keep requesting it. You know, I have a little button that I can just block you out. I don't want to do that. We're good. Lithium's a great song. I love it. Also, it's a drop down tuning, so I'm not in that tuning. Okay, so now I'm going to do one more lick here in this home row. Bend the G string on the 14th fret. And then I'm going to go B string 12, high E string 12. That's a great blues lick right there in its own right. You could repeat that a million times. But here's a lick. You're going to do that. The next one, though, will bend that G string and then the 12 on the B, but then go to the 15 on the B instead of the 12 on the high E, so it becomes a little pattern like this. Jay Pearl says, why Epiphone? Well, Jay, it's a good opportunity for me to say that this is my own Marty Schwartz signature guitar with Epiphone. So you opened it up for a commercial opportunity here. This is my own signature guitar, and when I got offered to, I've been working with Gibson for 4 or 5 years now, and they own Epiphone, so Epiphone's like a division of the Gibson company. And I have so many students, and that's really what I'm known for, right? Teaching people. I teach a lot of beginners. So what I wanted to do is put like the nicest non-Gibson, you know, like in other words, a more affordable. I can't say it's cheap because it's not a cheap guitar, but I wanted to put a more affordable guitar together so the most people that watch me could have like the nicest. I call it entry level, and people get all in a tizzy. I mean entry level because it's not a Gibson American made, you know, $4,000 guitar. But I love this guitar. I put all the like things that I could put on it to make it still affordable, but the best playing sounding guitar. In other words, this semi-hollow Epiphone, it's the only one that can have that in the Epiphone lineup that has the single coil. Back to humbucker. So let's get back to that lick. It was this. But then the next one, I'm going to bend that G and go to the 12 on the B. So here. So I just did 14 on the G to 12 on the B. Now I'm going to go down this little blues note here, which is 15, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah, 15, 14, 12. So that final little phrase. And from there, you could just go down the blues scale or down this little extended. So if I put that lick with this little run, and then the open E. So when I just did that, I was not picking every note. I was doing a lot of the 3 notes with one pick. That was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes with one pick. That was actually even 6 notes if I hammer to that 2nd fret D. Look at that, one pick. And I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes with one pick. Now, and Kathy, I appreciate your continued support. Kathy, you're very loyal here in the streams. And the key of E here is what you and I played in New York. I invited Kathy up. Kathy and your daughter came to the bitter end in New York City, you know, half a year ago. And you came up and jammed with the band, Kathy. So that was really cool. And I appreciate you still coming in here to the live streams. The Hey Joe progression, that's what we jammed. I remember that. But the Hey Joe chord progression, which is C, G, D, A, E. And it's a really cool progression because you can play the E minor pentatonic over the whole thing, but it sounds like it's moving around. You know, it sounds like it's got a progression to it, not just like a stagnant one chord thing. Yeah, Josh Norco. Okay, so Kathy came up on stage and jammed. Got to throw Josh Norco out too. I surprised Josh Norco with a trip to Sweetwater, and you can find the video, but I surprised him, and Josh got a brand new Les Paul and a Bass Katana and D'Addario strings, and you got like the ultimate rig as a surprise and a tour of Sweetwater, and of course we you know had some, drank some beer and hung out and all that. So that was really fun. So anyway, the Hey Joe progression's perfect for what we've just been doing. So you can go find a rhythm track to practice over, or you can do what I do and use a looper to make the progression. So here, I'm going to work on all that E blues stuff now. Cool. All right, let me know where you guys are watching from right now, too, while I play this. I want to have an opportunity to see where you all are. I think most of you are in the United States, so you can, if you're in the United States, oh, no matter where you are right now, let me know. Oh, Poland. That's so amazing. Vegas, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Sweden. I love all the non-U.S. people watching. Nashville, what's up? Oh, someone's in their bed. You're having a bed in, a sleep in. South Carolina. Okay, so now, if you are in the U.S., let me know who you're rooting for in the Taylor Bowl. All right, here we go. Hey Joe progression.